So one of my favorite YouTubers just released a video, and in the video he's talking about the comparison between an organization in a TV show and what he compares to being fascists. And he's just, he's Canadian. And when you listen to it, it's hard to not hear him describe the January 6th insurrectionists and the Freedom Convites. And the analysis is one that I think is really important that we all hear. But please go check out Mother's Basement on YouTube.
It's fitting that the series dovetails between exploring the juvenile might-makes-right attitude that fuels semi-organized middle school gang violence and the reveal of Claw, a secret society of psychic supremacists scheming towards Sekai Seifuku, because when you break it down, the only real difference between the two is the delinquents know they're a bunch of stupid kids acting out. Claw is, in essence, a fascist organization, hell-bent on world domination based on the belief that they are innately superior to regular people, and thus all the rules society imposes upon them are a distortion of the natural order, robbing them of the innate specialness to which they feel entitled. But the anime never falters in portraying them for what they really are. LARPers. A pathetic pack of crybabies who can't hold down jobs or maintain meaningful relationships and blame everyone but themselves for those problems, using fear and violence in a vain effort to attain some hollow semblance of the respect they crave, yet are fundamentally incapable of earning from even a single real adult. Organizations like Claw are made up of deeply unserious, immature people, and no matter how big, powerful, or even scary they get, that never changes, because never ever changing is the whole point. Toichiro Suzuki sells his followers the childish fantasy that they can simply force the rest of the world to change around them so they don't have to, which they all find so compelling because change is hard and scary. Toshiki Minagishi, the chlorokineticist, mirrors the attitude of Claw's leader, callously using the people and plants beneath him as tools while claiming he's totally okay with the boss using him in the same way. In reality, though, he's simply a person who lacks self-confidence and uses his position in Claw to reassure himself of his own value. When the pressure of holding it all in became too much to bear, he started holding himself in instead, becoming a miserable, game-addicted shut-in until Toichiro Suzuki got his claws in him. The organization and its mission became Serizawa's sole lifeline out of that nightmare, the first place outside his room where he could ever be even sort of himself, which gave him just enough mental fortitude to desperately suppress every feeling of doubt he had over all the horrible things his comrades were doing. Of course, Suzuki's not out to recruit people with a healthy, well-rounded perspective on the world. Weaklings, as he'd put it. He wants the kind of useful idiots and naive innocents who hear stuff like that and think, wow, so cool. So the cringy supervillain branding probably acts as a filter of sorts to keep the ranks pure. All told, Claw is a very apt satirical depiction of how these sorts of groups work in real life.